What's going on YouTube? The Jammer here bringing you World of Tanks gameplay, and I know it's been a while since I've posted stuff. I've been, well, I always give excuses, but with the new 3.5 update that Wargaming had put out for World of Tanks consoles, I've been trying to get more footage of kind of the new physics and stuff like that. You're able to get to pretty much most places now on the map, which is freaking amazing, especially if you have a powerful light tank or a good engine on a medium tank and get up in some of those ridges and stuff like that too. So it's been pretty fun playing with that. I like the new physics on the game. I love the handbrake and the light tank being able to make those really tight turns. I've already flipped my tank a couple times. I have yet to completely flip it where I've had to be auto corrected, but I've seen people have to do that and stuff like that too, and pushing tanks that are just like so much smaller than you up a hill, so they're basically vertical. It's been a lot of fun. It's happened to me too, but that's the new World of Tanks right there, and it's an interesting way of playing. Today I'm bringing you another heavy tank gameplay. This time mid tier with the tier 7 Black Prince. This is a tier 7 British heavy tank. It's probably one of the better ones on the line. I mean, I think the T-29 is probably the best tier 7 heavy tank with its insane amount of turret armor, and if once you get in the hold down position, that thing's almost impenetrable unless you're using your premium rounds, and at that point, well, most tanks at tier 7 are not using premium tank, especially 5 or 6. You still got people learning to play the game, understanding the concepts and stuff like that too. So it's rare that you'll find somebody using premium rounds unless it's somebody who's grinding through like their 10th, tier 10 match, and or grinding to their, another, whatever, how many freaking tier 10 tanks they have and stuff like that. And at that point, they're going to be using, they're going to be using premium rounds to get through and understanding the armor and what the capacities of their guns are. So, yeah. So the cool things about this Black Prince, so what makes it amazing? Well, its hull armor is, as you can see, really well armored. This VK has only been able to penetrate it a couple times. Some pretty lucky shots, really, and even then he's trying to shoot it right there. And I think the Black Prince might have had a couple shots into me. The Black Prince is able to penetrate the Black Prince, as you can see, and the rate of fire is actually pretty good. You can see I have my reload's almost 4.5 seconds, so your DPM for this tank is pretty good. And if you know how to angle it right too, you're basically impenetrable. It's a good skyscraper tank. That whole side is pretty well armored if you get it at a nice angle and stuff and everything like that too. So there's a couple of things. This is a pretty quick match. A lot of these low tier matches don't drag out for too long, really. That's just the nature of the game. Lower HP. A lot of the late tanks kind of dominate down here. No, but I guess at tier 6, tier 4 or 5, those games can be really, really fast. T-25 AT takes a shot from me, and so yeah, that's a tier 7 American tank destroyer. That's on the line towards the T-110E3. That's the Turtle to Doom line, at the tier 9 T-95. And this IS, as you can see, he's tracking me, he's shooting me. Oh, I thought he was going to take another shot, but apparently not. IS's armor, that's another tier 7 tank. That's pretty good armor as well, too. Kind of trolly. You can actually bounce off the side of it, even with the direct shot, depending on what you're using and where you're aiming at. So that's a pretty dangerous tank, too, at tier 7. And it has a pretty good gun at that point, too. A lot of these Soviet heavy tanks have big guns, and that's their thing. They have really high alpha guns at tier 7, 8, 9, and 10. So they're pretty dangerous tanks. And if you're ever you always want to shoot at the tracks, especially if you get an angle like this where you can shoot at the tracks and pen through. I think I'm going to shift it over just to make sure I get a good shot to the plate right there that you can see, and finally finish him off. Yeah, the British, this is I'm showcasing this one just because of how much damage I actually do at the end. At tier 7, Yeah, they're low alpha guns, and if the high alpha, the reloads are extremely long. Like the KV2 is a tier 6, but that's more of a derp gun. Um, so yeah, just showcasing more of like what a heavy tank can do. They're slow and lumbering, but they're usually pretty good brawlers. They're always going to be they should be up in front, pushing and using the rest of the team as spotters and light tanks and stuff like that too. But you should be able to, uh, you know, kind of push your way up, lead the front. There's a lot of people that like heavy tanks that don't do that, and it really gets annoying. It gets frustrating when you see people playing these heavy tanks and not using them to their potential. Not being up in the front line, not being the damage sponge that they can be, especially if you understand your armor and how to angle and making sure you get the most out of your armor in the ricochets and stuff like that too. So you're able to take some of those shots away from your other teammates that are not as well armored. And I completely fail in this frame here. I don't know what I did. I don't remember if I just that was awful. That was such an awful. That's embarrassing. I should have been able to just ram in that guy. I don't think I had enough speed. The Black Prince isn't the fastest heavy tank. In fact, it's pretty slow. Um, but once you get up to the Chieftain's a tier 10, and that thing is amazing. That's almost pretty much a medium tank. Or you can go with the FV215 Bravo, and that one's more of a side scraping tank, especially with the turret on the rear of the vehicle instead of on the front or in the middle. But our team camps right here. They don't go for the kill, even though we've outnumbered them. You know, by what was it, 11-2? So, anyways, no, so 12-2, 12-2, 12-2. So yeah, that's it. I had how many pens did I have this round? 25 penetrations, which is insane for any tank, especially at tier 7. 3,400 damage, obviously, because it's a low alpha. But there you go, master or ace tanker for the almost 1,800 experience. 3 kills, 3,400. So not a bad game. Once again, just want to showcase heavy tanks, and yeah, that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Leave a like down below, and I'll see you later.